All right, let's jump right into this. Today, we're taking a deep dive into Project Management Essentials by JB Wolff.
Mm-hmm.
Our mission, really, if you're curious, is to kind of unpack what truly makes an effective project manager. And maybe even see if this way of thinking, this mindset, resonates with you.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. While it's focused on project management, the core ideas we're going to explore, they're super relevant for, well, anyone looking to lead better, collaborate more effectively, or just, get stuff done. In any field, really.
Absolutely.
We definitely found some fascinating insights, especially around this surprising idea about failure and what hands-off leadership actually means in practice.
Exactly. And Wolff, he actually wrote this book for what he calls the project management curious.
Ah,
People who are kind of intrigued by the field but aren't totally sure if it fits their headspace, as he puts it. It's meant to be like an easy read, a starting point to explore this really ever-expanding field. And what's cool is he shares his own story, his personal journey. He's really trying to inspire a new generation.
that makes sense.
He's very upfront that, yeah, it can be demanding, this career.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it's incredibly rewarding if it, aligns with who you are.
So let's start with the basics then, but maybe with that Wolff perspective. What is a project manager, really, fundamentally?
Yeah, good question.
Because you hear the title and maybe you think, oh, tech or construction, and yeah, that's true.
Common examples.
But the book points out just how broad this role is. We're talking manufacturing, energy, publishing, engineering, software development is a big one, healthcare, marketing, consulting. I mean, the list just keeps going.
It really does. It's everywhere.
It truly is a role that cuts across industries.
Yeah.
And at their core, what are they doing? They're providing that leadership, that vision, that motivation. They're the ones, clearing the path, coaching the team, trying to inspire everyone to do their best work.
Mm-hmm. The enablers.
Exactly. And Wolff really stresses it's not just about the technical know-how. He talks about the need for continuous growth in, he calls them hard and soft skills, interpersonal skills, and technical skills. Basically everything. And it's something you work on throughout your whole career. It's not static.
And what really jumped out at me there is Wolff's emphasis on enjoyment and the relationships you build. Not just the paycheck.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, he admits money's part of it, obviously.
Right.
But what makes it an amazing lifelong career, he says, is enjoying what you do, who you work with, and the friends you collect along the way.
Huh. That's a great perspective.
It really is. And it makes you ask, right, for you listening, does that focus on people, on the impact? Does that resonate? Are you someone who, naturally enjoys being organized, loves seeing a solution click into place, and gets real satisfaction from being part of a team achieving something big?
Okay, let's dig into one of Wolff's first insights. And this one's maybe a bit counterintuitive, he calls it. Fail to succeed.
Right. Sounds wrong, doesn't it?
It does. Because pretty much everywhere else in life, parents, teachers, whoever, they tell us winning is everything, right? Failure is bad. Avoid it.
Mm-hmm. The narrative we all get.
But Wolff points out that on any project, there are just so many moving parts, so many variables. Maybe resources shift unexpectedly or stakeholders change their minds.
Oh, yeah. Always something.
Always something. So he says failure is almost impossible to avoid. But what he means by failing to succeed isn't about, giving up. It's about learning how to recover, how to rebound from that failure.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah, he has this fantastic line, when you are good at failing, you will be great at succeeding.
That's powerful. And it's crucial to unpack what fail means here. It's not, like you said, about being careless or trying to mess up.
Right, not deliberate.
No, it's about acknowledging that mistakes will happen. It's inevitable. And real success, that comes from how you handle them. Like, he gives an example, a small mistake on a Gantt chart.
The project timeline, yeah.
Exactly. That little error, if you don't catch it early, it could totally derail the whole project's completion date. Catastrophic, potentially.
Wow.
So what Wolff pushes for is a team culture that actually thrives on overcoming failure rather than punishing it. It's about figuring out what went wrong, fast, adapting, and making sure you don't make the same mistake again. It's like this continuous learning cycle.
That makes so much sense. And speaking of learning from those mistakes, that leads perfectly into the next big trait Wolff highlights, humility.
Mm-hmm.
He calls it an honor to carry, which is a nice way to put it, because it keeps you level-headed, he says, in many aspects of your life.
Yeah, grounded.
Totally. And if you think about people you really admire, leaders or colleagues, they often have that quality, don't they? And probably because they've been through their own stuff, their own failures. They learned from them. They get that mistakes are just part of being human, part of any project.
Absolutely.
So for you, listening, it's maybe a moment to think about your own challenges. How have they maybe shaped you, maybe given you that bit of humility?
It's true.
Yeah.
And humility isn't just, something you have or don't have. It's something you can actively practice, cultivate.
How so?
Wolff actually lists several ways. Things like taking time to actively listen to others, really listen. Practicing focusing on the present moment, mindfulness.
Okay.
Also, being mindful of oneself, being grateful for what you have, asking for help when needed, which is huge, and reflecting on your actions while carrying an unbiased viewpoint, trying to see things clearly.
That's quite a list. Very practical.
Yeah. And it really draws a line between humility and arrogance. Confidence, he says, that's just believing in your abilities. You need that as a PM.
For sure. But
Arrogance, that's believing you are better than everyone else. Big difference.
huge difference.
He uses an example, an arrogant person. When things go wrong, they immediately point fingers. It's someone else's fault.
Classic.
Right. But a confident person, someone with humility, they look inward first. Okay, what could I have done differently?
Yeah.
And then they work to change themselves or maybe the situation.
So failure can knock down arrogance, but not always.
Exactly. Doesn't always stick. And it really makes you think, who would you rather have leading your team? Someone arrogant or someone confident and humble?
No contest there. Okay, so here's another one that kind of stopped me in my tracks. Another counterintuitive idea from Wolff. The hands-off approach.
Oh, yeah, that one sounds weird at first.
Right. My first thought was, wait a minute, isn't the PM supposed to be like super involved in the weeds?
That's the common perception.
But Wolff argues the PM's job is to manage the project, not necessarily to do all the individual tasks. He says, once you do so, you will no longer have the same perspective as you do when only overseeing the project.
Okay. You lose the big picture.
Exactly. It's not about being lazy or disconnected. It's about keeping that strategic overview, that crucial perspective. He uses this really interesting analogy.
What's that?
He says, the U.S. military's commanders rarely see combat. Due to a commander's knowledge, expertise, leadership, they are kept behind enemy lines to oversee and direct their platoon's actions.
Huh. That's a powerful analogy. Staying back to see the whole battlefield.
Precisely. Leveraging your expertise from that higher vantage point.
And that hands-off idea, it connects directly to how Wolff says PMs should handle problems. His advice is, bring a solution.
Okay, explain that.
Well, PMs usually don't have, total authority to just make decisions independently, right?
Yeah.
They report to someone.
Sure.
So if you have to go to your manager with an issue, a problem on the project, Wolff says it's vital to take the time to research a potential solution before you walk in that door.
So don't just dump the problem on their desk.
Exactly. The difference is huge. If you just bring the problem, well, now maybe the whole team has to stop and figure it out. But if you come in saying, here's the problem, and here's one or two ways we could potentially fix it.
Even if it's not the perfect solution yet.
Right. Even if it's not the final answer, it shows you've thought it through, you took initiative, you're being proactive. It shows that strategic thinking we were just talking about, not just reacting.
That makes a lot of sense. It's about being part of the solution from the start, which I guess brings us nicely to teamwork. That seems to be the foundation for everything here.
Absolutely central.
Wolff really digs into being an effective team member. He actually references a line from that sci-fi movie, Oblivion.
Oh, yeah.
Where this automated system keeps asking Tom Cruise's character, are you still an effective team?
I remember that.
It's kind of chilling, but it's a great reminder that trust, cohesion, effectiveness, it's everything for a team.
Totally.
And the book lays out 7 ways to really be that effective team member. Should we run through them quickly?
Yeah, let's do it. What are they?
Okay, number 1, be accountable. Own your actions. Understand how they impact others. Simple, but crucial.
Take some maturity.
2, communicate clearly. Be specific. No room for ambiguity when you're giving directions or feedback.
Clarity is key.
3, contribute. Don't just sit back. Share your thoughts, your ideas, your opinions, add value.
Yeah, speak up.
4, encourage sharing. Help everyone on the team see how their specific job connects to the bigger picture. Fosters that shared ownership.
Nice. Connect the dots.
5, willingness to learn. Stay curious, keep absorbing info, be open to what your colleagues know and their ideas.
Always learning.
6, respect others. Basic courtesy, professionalism, even when you disagree. Especially when you disagree, maybe.
Gotta have respect.
And finally, 7, celebrate a teammate. Support people's successes. It really strengthens those team bonds.
Yeah, lift each other up. That's a great list.
It really covers a lot.
And if you kind of zoom out from those specific actions, the big overarching theme is just relationships.
Back to relationships.
Yeah. Wolff apparently didn't even plan to focus so much on personal connections at first.
Oh, really?
But he said he quickly realized how much our daily performance, everything we do at work, is affected by the people around us. I mean, think about it. You can't get through a single workday without interacting with colleagues, bosses, clients, whoever.
So true. Impossible.
Right. And he talks about the beauty of working together, that chance to share a bit of who you are, but also to genuinely learn about other people.
Yeah.
So the big message here for you, the listener, is something like be accepting. Trying to really understand where the other person is coming from, their point of view, and why they hold it. Try hard not to just assume you're always right.
That's a tough one sometimes.
It is. He says you may be surprised to find out that you are not. And then he adds, and if you are right, be humble about it.
Oh, full circle back to humility.
Exactly. It's all connected. It's about constant empathy, constant connection.
Wow. So there you have it, a really insightful deep dive into what makes an effective project manager tick based on JB Wolff's Project Management Essentials. But as we said, these ideas, embracing failure as a way to learn, really cultivating that humility, understanding the strategic view, the hands-off approach, and building strong team relationships. These aren't just for PMs, are they?
Not at all. They're universal.
They feel transformative for anyone, really. In any kind of work or even just life, these aren't just management techniques. They're about, continuous growth and how we show up in the world and interact with people.
Well said. And maybe building on that idea of learning from others, learning from different perspectives. Here's a final thought for you to maybe chew on.
Okay.
How might really embracing this idea of failing to succeed in your own life, your own work, how might that challenge how you currently tackle problems? And if you pair that willingness to learn from mistakes with genuine humility, what new possibilities, what new doors might that open up for you?